Can you handle the truth? It's a question that has been asked countless times, in countless ways, throughout the ages. It's a question that echoes through history, resonating in the halls of ancient libraries and the minds of great thinkers. A challenge whispered on the wind, carried across time and space, urging us to seek and to find. We search for it, crave it, yet sometimes we shy away from its stark reality. The mirror reflects not just our faces, but our deepest fears and hopes. Truth, in its purest form, can be both exhilarating and unsettling, like the waves that crash against the rocks, relentless and unyielding. A double-edged sword that cuts through deception but can also expose our vulnerabilities. But what is truth? Is it something we can hold, or merely a concept we chase? Is it a fixed point in a swirling sea of opinions, a guiding light that remains constant even in the storm? Or is it fluid, adaptable, changing with the tides of time, shifting with the sands beneath our feet? Let us embark on a journey, a quest to explore the nature of truth, to wander through the dense forests of knowledge and understanding, to compare and contrast its expression in the ancient wisdom of the Bible with the complexities of our modern world, where digital and ancient coexist. We will delve into the heart of this timeless question, examining it from every angle, every perspective, seeking to understand how these ancient truths, etched in stone and parchment, have endured and evolved. Can they illuminate our path in a world saturated with information and grappling with uncertainty? Join us as we navigate this intricate landscape, searching for the light of truth. Open the pages of the Bible, and you'll encounter a world where truth is paramount. Not merely an abstract concept, it's a living, breathing entity personified in the figure of Jesus, who boldly proclaimed, "I am the way, the truth, and the life." Here, truth is not relative, subjective, or open to interpretation. It is absolute, unwavering, a beacon in the darkest night. The Bible speaks of a God who is unchanging, whose character is the bedrock of truth. It reveals a divine plan for humanity, a tapestry woven with threads of love, justice, and redemption. In its pages, we discover the consequences of straying from this truth, the pain and suffering that inevitably follow when we choose our own way over the path illuminated by God's wisdom. Fast forward to the 21st century, and we find ourselves in a world awash in information, a cacophony of voices vying for our attention. The internet age has ushered in an era of unprecedented access to knowledge, yet it has also blurred the lines between fact and fiction, truth and falsehood. We are bombarded with conflicting narratives, each claiming to hold the key to understanding the complexities of our world. In this modern landscape, truth is often seen as relative, a matter of perspective rather than an objective reality. What is true for one person may not be true for another. Feelings and personal experiences are given precedence over objective facts. We are encouraged to embrace our own truths, even if they contradict the truths held by others. The contrast between the biblical view of truth and the prevailing perspective of the modern world is stark. On the one hand, we have a timeless, absolute truth rooted in the unchanging nature of God. On the other hand, we have a fluid, subjective truth shaped by individual experiences and cultural norms. This divergence in understanding has profound implications for how we live our lives, make decisions, and interact with the world around us. It affects our relationships, our values, and our very sense of identity. As we navigate this complex terrain, it's essential to examine both perspectives carefully, to weigh their merits and consider their consequences. Despite the chasm that seems to separate the ancient wisdom of the Bible from the complexities of our modern world, upon closer examination, we discover that these timeless truths still hold remarkable relevance. They speak to the deepest longings of the human heart, offering guidance and hope in a world often shrouded in uncertainty. Consider the biblical concept of love, a love that is not merely a fleeting emotion, but a selfless commitment to the well-being of others. In a world increasingly driven by self-interest and instant gratification, this call to love our neighbors as ourselves stands in stark contrast, a radical proposition that has the power to transform lives and heal communities. The Bible speaks of a love that transcends differences, a love that embraces the marginalized and forgives the unforgivable. It's a love exemplified in the life and teachings of Jesus, who reached out to the outcast and the downtrodden, offering compassion and hope. This love, radical in its inclusivity, challenges us to look beyond ourselves, to see the image of God reflected in every human being. In a world torn apart by division and strife, this message of love resonates with profound urgency. It reminds us that we are all interconnected, part of a larger human family. It calls us to bridge divides, to build bridges of understanding and compassion, to create a world where love, not hate, is the driving force. Another biblical truth that echoes powerfully in our modern world is the call to integrity, to live a life characterized by honesty, trustworthiness, and moral uprightness. In a culture often driven by expediency and a win-at-all-costs mentality, integrity can seem like a quaint notion, a relic of a bygone era. Yet, integrity remains the bedrock of any just and equitable society. It is the foundation upon which trust is built, the glue that holds relationships together. When integrity is compromised, the consequences are far-reaching, eroding trust, sowing seeds of discord, and ultimately undermining the very fabric of our communities. Forgiveness, a concept central to the Christian faith, is often misunderstood and misrepresented in contemporary society. It is not about condoning wrongdoing or pretending that hurt didn't occur. Rather, it is a deliberate act of releasing resentment and bitterness, choosing to break the cycle of pain and anger. Forgiveness is not a sign of weakness, but an act of profound strength. It requires humility, empathy, and a willingness to let go of the need for revenge. In a world where grudges are nursed and wounds fester, forgiveness offers a path to healing, both for individuals and for communities. Faith, often dismissed as blind belief or wishful thinking, is a powerful force that has sustained humanity for millennia. It is the unseen thread that weaves through the fabric of our existence, holding us together even when everything else seems to be falling apart. It is the assurance of things hoped for, the quiet confidence that whispers to us in our darkest hours, the conviction of things not seen. Faith is the invisible anchor that keeps us grounded when the storms of life rage around us. It is not a denial of reality, but a lens through which we view the world, a way of seeing that transforms our perception, a perspective that allows us to see beyond the limitations of our circumstances. It helps us to envision a future that is brighter and more hopeful than our present. In the face of adversity, faith provides hope, a beacon that guides us through the darkest nights, a belief that even in the darkest of times, there is a light that shines brighter than the shadows. This light is not just a distant star but a flame that burns within us, illuminating our path. It is the unwavering trust that even when we cannot trace His hand, when the way forward seems unclear, we can trust His heart. This trust is a deep-seated assurance that we are never alone, that there is a greater plan at work. Faith is not a magic elixir that erases life's challenges, but it provides the strength and resilience to face them with courage and grace. It is the inner fortitude that helps us rise above our trials, and the quiet strength that allows us to endure with dignity. In every struggle, faith is the beacon that lights our way, reminding us that we are capable of overcoming any obstacle. How then do we bridge the gap between the timeless truths of the Bible and the complexities of our modern world? How do we apply these ancient principles to the challenges we face in our daily lives? The answer lies in recognizing that while the world has changed dramatically over the centuries, the human heart remains essentially the same. We still long for love, crave meaning and purpose, and yearn for a hope that transcends the uncertainties of this life. The Bible, with its timeless wisdom and profound insights into the human condition, offers a roadmap for navigating the complexities of life, a compass that points us towards truth, justice, and a love that endures. So, can you handle the truth, the unfiltered, raw reality that often lies hidden beneath layers of comfort and denial? The truth that sets us free, challenges us to grow, and ultimately leads us to a life of purpose and meaning. The choice is ours. It is a choice that demands introspection and a willingness to face the unknown. We can choose to embrace the truth, to allow it to shape our thoughts, guide our actions, and transform our lives. This path, though daunting, promises clarity and enlightenment. Or we can choose to ignore it, to cling to our own subjective truths, even if they lead us down a path of emptiness and despair. This path may seem easier, but it is fraught with disillusionment and regret. The journey towards truth is not always easy. It is often filled with obstacles and challenges that test our resolve and commitment. It requires courage, humility, and a willingness to confront our own biases and preconceived notions. It demands that we look within and question the very foundations of our beliefs. But the rewards are immeasurable, for in seeking truth, we find ourselves, and in finding ourselves, we discover the very essence of what it means to be fully human. We uncover a deeper connection to our humanity and to the world around us, enriching our lives in ways we never thought possible. Make sure you subscribe for more content on personal growth and transformation. Stay blessed.